Hi folks, welcome to Stronger. On Sunday we talked about Israel's entry into the Promised Land and a couple things that transpired. There were big changes between what happened in the desert and what happened as soon as they crossed that Jordan River. Number one, they started to have battles, fights. They had to go and they had to take what God had for them. That's the way it's going to be for you and your families. That's the way it's going to be for you and everything. You want to build things, want to build some good things. You want to cut out what God has got for you. You got fights going on. Now those fights are not with other people per se. These fights are with the enemy that likes to hold us back. But in this particular teaching, there's such a transition. In the desert, they had like a cloud of fire by night, a cloud by day for guidance. I mean, God just sovereignly did it. There's food on the ground in the mornings, 6 days out of 7. I mean, God sovereignly did it. Water was provided for, even sovereignly. They didn't have the same battles. It was God's provision just absolutely dished out all over the place. They really didn't need to live by faith. But that is what God has destined that you and I live by. I know you're up against battles right now. Again, we're back into some heavy waters as a province and nation and world, and you feel the weight of all that kind of stuff. And sometimes it's a battle for ourselves mentally or emotionally and even spiritually. And sometimes it's not so easy to be a person of faith. If it was easy, well, then you didn't need faith, really. And it's just a desert where God just does everything and life is smooth. We all have those areas where it's like you don't really need God in that area. But then you got the areas where you do. And wherever that is today, I want you to know that that's his best choices for you. But there's going to be a transition. You have to move from being a person where God just kind of lays it out and gives you opportunity. I mean, he's blessed you by being born here in Canada, in Alberta, in Grand Prairie region, where you get to live and all the benefits that we have. Man, we ought to be just so thankful. It is pretty incredible. But that's just God's sovereign provision. But then there's going to be times where what God wants for you, you're going to have to go forward. You got to get out of the boat, walk on water. Now, it's expressed this way. Their transition from the desert to Canaan in these scriptures. Let me read it for you. It says, the day after the Passover, that very day, they ate some of the produce of the land, unleavened bread and roasted grain. The manna stopped the day after. So they ate, and then the next day, no manna. That's the first time in 40 years they didn't have manna. What a shocker. But they got to eat grain of the land and the fruit of the land. It says the manna stopped the day after they ate this food from the land. There was no longer any manna for the Israelites, but that year they ate of the produce of Canaan. See, you are always going to be moving forward in faith. That's what God wants. Why you've got challenges in your life, battles, is because that's how things grow and that's how things go forward. Nothing comes without those kinds of battles and fights. So here, God is saying, me just putting everything on the ground for you is over. Me just making it so easy is over. You're not going to have to really trust me. You're going to have to use your faith, because now you're going to live off of the produce of the land. It's not just me putting manna on the ground. You're going to have to get dirty, as we talked about. You're going to have to put some effort in. You're going to have to do some work. You're going to have to, sweat and toil a little bit. And you're going to have to deal with all of the elements of nature around you. And you got to fight at the same time. But I'm going to be there. I'm everywhere you're going to go, wherever your feet go, I'm going to give you that land. If you want that land, go walk in it. I'll give it to you. What do you want for your family? What do you want for your life? God wants you to operate by faith. You're looking to just always be in the desert where you've got everything just so easy. That's not the best land to live in. The best land is when you roll up your sleeves by faith. When you're the one calling out from the boat to Jesus, who's walking on the water and says, can I come to you? You're not sitting in the boat thinking, hey, I got the boat. you're going to test your faith. You're going to push yourself in faith. You're going to believe deeper and stronger than you ever have. That's going to bring you the best that God has for you. God bless.